Sunlight barely penetrates the dense forest as Ryan walks deeper, hope fading with each step. His phone display a dead battery. Frustration etch across Ryan's face. He unfolds a map, a desperate attempt to regain control. A gust of wind steals the map, leaving Ryan alone. As the sun sets, long shadows stretch across the forest floor, and Ryan walks faster. He stops, his eyes darting around as the trail vanishes. Panic tightens Ryan's face as he realizes he is lost. Twilight descends upon the forest. Only an hour of daylight remains. I stumble forward, my foot catching on a root. I fall, hands scraping against the rough bark of a tree. Visibly shaken, I look around. Ryan sits up, alert, the stillness of the forest amplifying every sound. A faint rustling behind him shatters the silence. He freezes, breath held, as the sound intensifies. Unmistakably deliberate footsteps. In the silent forest, Ryan slowly turns his head, sensing unseen eyes. The forest holds its breath as something moves closer, hidden just beyond sight. Terror grips Ryan as his pulse pounds, his face reflecting the nearness of the unseen. The watch beeps, signaling the fading light. Only 10 minutes of daylight remains. Footsteps echo through the trees, shattering the silence. A chilling realization dawns. I am being watched. Heart pounding. I know I must flee. Ryan is swallowed by the oppressive darkness of the forest, shadows clinging to him. He runs, a desperate figure blindly fleeing through the dense trees, branches tearing at his skin. Footsteps echo relentlessly behind him, each stride bringing his pursuer closer. Ryan falls, the hard earth jarring his body. He struggles to stand, the sound of pursuit closing in. He whirls around, eyes darting into the impenetrable darkness, seeking the source of the encroaching threat. The rustling intensifies, an unseen predator circling him. Ryan retreats cautiously, a palpable sense of unease washing over him as unseen eyes penetrate the forest's stillness. The forest holds its breath, the heavy scent of pine and damp earth amplifying Ryan's growing dread. Ryan's voice cracks through the silence. "Who's there? Show yourself." In the hushed forest, a sudden snap pierces the silence, startling Ryan. Glowing eyes emerge from the shadows, fixing their gaze upon Ryan. Ryan gasps, his breath caught in his throat as fear grips him. Ryan pauses, caught between worlds, then whirls around, fleeing in the opposite direction. I sprint through the dense forest, a desperate dance through nature's maze. The relentless footsteps behind me echo my every move, a haunting reminder of what pursues me. Ryan stumbles into a small clearing, gasping for air, his heart pounding. He whirls around, scanning the dense trees, but the glowing eyes have vanished. The rustling sound persists, growing nearer, a chilling reminder of the unseen presence. Ryan feels utterly trapped and exposed, every shadow a potential threat. Ryan, desperate and alone, frantically scans the forest for refuge. Finding a hollow log, Ryan crawls inside, seeking solace in its dark enclosure. Inside, Ryan curls into a ball, heart pounding, breath shallow as the forest closes in. The rustling intensifies, circling the log, each pass bringing an ominous presence closer. Trapped inside the hollow log, Ryan shuts his eyes, desperately trying to escape the encroaching sound. Ryan pictures the unseen presence outside, its intent malevolent and unavoidable. Overwhelmed by dread, Ryan knows that he is utterly at its mercy. The rustling abruptly stops, leaving Ryan in breathless anticipation. Silence blankets the forest, punctuated only by the distant hoot of an owl. Ryan waits, frozen, as time stretches into what feels like forever. Concealed within the hollow log, eyes flutter open, peering cautiously into the unknown. A silent scan of the clearing reveals nothing, yet the air hangs heavy with unspoken tension. Motionless, I remain hidden, suspended between relief and the chilling uncertainty of unseen eyes. After a tense wait, I emerge cautiously from the confines of the log. I scan the silent forest, every rustle and shadow amplified in the stillness. I take a tentative step forward, testing the fragile peace of the woods. I walk slowly through the forest, my eyes constantly scanning the surroundings. My pace is quick and determined. I try to find my way back to the trail. Alone in the forest, I walk, my eyes scanning the path ahead. A glint of wood catches my eye. I approach, drawn by curiosity. I pick up a small, wooden carving. Its details whisper of secrets. The carving sits in my hand, strangely familiar. Ryan walks deeper into the forest, clutching the carving tightly, a growing unease settling over him. The carving feels strangely familiar, stirring a sense of connection to the unseen presence he encountered. Ryan is lost in thought, wondering about the origins of the carving and its mysterious purpose in the silent forest. The forest thins, and a faint light flickers in the distance, igniting a surge of hope. My pace quickens, each step fueled by mounting anticipation. Heart pounding, I follow the light, drawn forward by an unseen force. Emerging from the forest's edge, I spot a small cabin in the distance, its chimney puffing smoke. A warm glow spills from the windows as I run towards the cabin. My legs burn, but my spirit soars with hope. Ryan arrives at the cabin, the wood rough beneath his knuckles as he knocks. The door creaks open, revealing an old woman who greets him with a gentle smile. She welcomes Ryan into the cabin, her eyes full of kindness. Ryan enters the cabin, stepping into a world of warmth and comfort. An old woman gestures, offering tea and a seat by the crackling fire. He sits and accepts the warm tea, a wave of relief washing over him. Inside the cabin, Ryan recounts his harrowing experience in the forest to the old woman. He vividly describes the rustling sound, the chilling sensation of being watched, and the heavy silence that followed. The old woman listens intently, her gaze unwavering, her expression growing increasingly grave. Inside the dimly lit cabin, shadows dance ominously on the walls as the old woman leans in, her eyes filled with ancient wisdom. Her voice, a raspy whisper, fills the air. This forest, it ain't just trees and shadows, son. It's haunted. She warns of a lurking evil, haunted by a presence, something that preys on the lost. Her voice drops, a chilling warning. It's drawn to fear, to despair, feeds on the souls of those who wander too far, those who lose hope. Ryan's eyes widen, his face now a canvas of pure horror, as the old woman's words sink in. Ryan realizes the forest nearly claimed his life, his expression shifting from terror to gratitude. Can I stay the night? Ryan asks, his voice tinged with desperation, seeking refuge from the terrors outside. Ryan offers a heartfelt thank you to the old woman, his gratitude a stark contrast to the fear that previously gripped him. The old woman nods, her eyes softening with a hint of understanding. She gestures, inviting Ryan into the quiet embrace of the cabin's depths. Ryan lies down on the bed, the room glowing softly, his exhaustion finally surrendering to the peace of the night. In the dead of night, Ryan's sleep is a battlefield of torment, writhing against phantoms born of the forest. Ryan wakes with a gasp, soaked in a cold sweat, his heart a frantic drum against his ribs. I rise from bed and approach the window, the chill of the room seeping into my bones. The forest looms outside, a black abyss, swallowing the horizon. A shiver runs through me, a cold wave of disquiet washing over my skin. Ryan notices a subtle movement in the dense trees. He strains to see what lurks within the shadows. Glowing eyes pierce the darkness, staring back. Ryan retreats from the window, his breath catching in his throat. He understands the presence has followed him, even to this remote haven. Ryan realizes he is not safe, even here. Ryan suddenly hears a scratching sound at the door, the noise cutting through the silence. He freezes, a primal fear gripping him as he realizes the presence is at the door. The scratching intensifies, echoing through the cabin as Ryan retreats, his gaze locked on the door, cornered and alone. His eyes dart around, seeking any escape from the inescapable. The cabin door shatters open, and a shadowy figure invades the room. Ryan screams, collapsing in a heap of terror onto the wooden floor. The figure advances, an overwhelming presence. A mysterious figure reaches down, their touch sending shivers down Ryan's spine. Ryan closes his eyes, fear gripping him as he anticipates the unknown. Unexpectedly, a profound sense of peace washes over him, calming his fears. Ryan opens his eyes to find the figure vanished, leaving him alone in the silent cabin. Disoriented, Ryan rises to his feet, the open door a silent question. Ryan moves to the cabin door, peering cautiously into the silent, watchful forest. The forest stands still, the ominous, glowing eyes vanished without a trace. Ryan inhales deeply, struggling to regain control as his heart pounds within his chest. Ryan turns back to the room, finding the old woman standing silently in the doorway. The old woman declares with serene assurance, "You are safe now. The presence has released you." Ryan, breathing heavily, appears relieved, his face still pale. He stares at the old woman, the question why. Why did it let me go? Hanging in the air. The old woman replies calmly, "It sensed the goodness in your heart, child. It decided you were not worth its time." Ryan is grateful for the old woman's help. He spends the night in the cabin, sleeping soundly for the first time in days. Ryan awakens to the forest's morning song, the gentle chirping of birds filling the air. The sun beckons as Ryan steps outside, greeting the forest with open eyes. Bathed in golden sunlight, the forest whispers invitations of peace and adventure. Ryan stands by the cabin, expressing sincere gratitude for her hospitality. He turns to the old woman. "Thank you for everything." The old woman hands Ryan a map, silently guiding his path. Ryan promises, "I promise to visit you again someday." Ryan walks away from the cabin, the map guiding his steps. He pauses, looking back at the forest with respect and gratitude. Footsteps echo through the forest as I walk, each step measured and cautious. My eyes catch a glimpse of something familiar amidst the undergrowth. I bend down, picking up the small wooden carving. I hold the carving, my fingers tracing its worn edges. Ryan stares at the carving, recognition dawning in his widened eyes. The symbol mirrors the one haunting me in the forest. I realized the presence was not evil, simply misunderstood. It was a guardian, protecting the forest from harm. Ryan smiles, enveloped by understanding and acceptance. Ryan places the carving on the earth, offering it to the ancient forest and its unseen guardian. Ryan walks through the forest, his heart filled with newfound peace and gratitude. He reflects on the valuable lesson learned about respecting nature. He acknowledges the power of forgiveness that now fills his soul. Emerging from the dense forest, Ryan sees the distant town beckoning. With newfound confidence, Ryan walks towards the town. No longer lost, Ryan walks with purpose, finally found. Ryan steps into the town, relief evident in his posture as he leaves the forest behind. He turns back to the forest, his gaze filled with a newfound respect and understanding. The forest, once a source of fear, now emanates an aura of peace and ancient wisdom.